So this is, what is being said as far as Mihir is concerned, that he has confirmed that he was behind the wheel. Do remember it was the father of Mihir Shah who had in fact pressurized the driver to take, the blame for his son. And now it is Mihir Shah who's come out and said, yes, it was him who was behind the wheels, of course, because there is CCTV footage that clearly can be seen, in which that you can see that the two men have come out of the car, whether the driver who was on the passenger side and it was Mihir who was on the driver's seat. They both come out and exchange their seats, and that is when, do remember that the lady was being dragged for 1.5 kilometers. When they decided to swap seats is when they came out of the car, they stopped the car. Of course, according to sources that we are hearing at the moment, is that Mihir Shah has confirmed that he was behind the wheel, but he has also gone on to say that he wasn't under the influence of alcohol. Anuj, a big question being raised whether we heard the father of the whether we've heard the Congress party, we've heard the Uddhav Thackeray side of the Sena, and we've also heard the husband of the victim say that this was on purpose, that they didn't manage to catch him for 3 days. Because they wanted that once he, the alcohol's out of his system, only then to nab him, so that, there is nothing that can prove whether he had alcohol traces in his blood or not.
Yeah, that was one of the major concerns right since the beginning. And if you, as I stated by the sources, if this news comes out to be true, there is several, of course, it will need to be clarified and verified in the court when the statements are taken officially. But then this kind of solves a major concern for the police, for whom the biggest concern at the moment was to prove the fact that Mihir Shah indeed himself was behind the wheels, was behind the steering wheel. And if that has been, has been said,
we have Radhika Ramaswamy joining us to get us more on this. Radhika, according to sources, there are these new developments as far as the case is concerned. Mihir Shah has finally, according to sources from what we are hearing, is that he has said that he was the one behind the wheel.
That's right. There are certain developments taking place as far as the interrogation of the main accused is concerned. He has been changing statements throughout the night and this morning. However, he has confessed that he was behind the wheels at the time of the accident. However, he has said that he was not under the influence of alcohol. So therefore, he denies being drunk at the time of the incident. That is something that will be hard for the police also to prove, considering 3 days have passed since the incident. So at this point, of course, a strategic move by the accused here, who has said that he was not under the influence of alcohol, he was not drunk, however, confessing that he was behind the wheels, also because police say they have the CCTV evidence to establish that it was this individual, it was Mihir Shah who was in fact behind the steering wheel. That is something that has been captured on CCTV. So therefore, at this point, him telling the police that it was him who was behind the wheel, however, denying that he was drunk, and also going on to say that he was scared, he was panicking at the time, so therefore he fled the spot and called the, called his father for help.
Right, Radhika, so of course, the 24-year-old saying that he got really scared, which is why he fled. He called his father right after the accident. The whereabouts that we know of is that he went to his girlfriend's house, and from there it's his sister who went and picked him up, took him to his residence, and then from there they fled to a resort in Shahpur. But, these, from what we're hearing now, is that he's gone on to completely deny that he was under the influence of alcohol, even though there is CCTV footage of him being at a bar, of that bill that was raked up at that bar as well.
That's right, that's right. At this point, multiple developments taking place. One, of course, the police telling us about how this man, how Mihir Shah was in fact caught. He fled the spot, he went to his girlfriend's house, post which his sister picked him up. All the family members, including mother, two sisters and a friend, went to Shahpur. They lived, they stayed in a resort there, post which, in fact, Mihir, with his friend, went to Virar, where he took a hotel there. So, through phone locations is when they found the, Shahpur area, as well as the hotel in Virar. That's how the police managed to catch hold of Mihir. In fact, Mihir's phone was switched off for the longest time. So was his family members and friends' phone. However, at some point when he was in Virar, Mihir's friend switched on the phone a little away from the hotel, and that is when the police got a whiff and managed to catch hold of both the friend as well as Mihir, and therefore he got arrested last evening. He will be produced before the court today. The remand will be interesting to see, because what the police will be able to establish in terms of evidence will be something that we have to wait and watch out for.